opening vistas of space promise high costs as well as high reward. We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained. The exploration of space is one of the great adventures of all time. And we mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it.
I'll get it well once. Just once. I've done it almost. The key is, will I get it done well both this one and the one at the end? Okay. I'll probably get both more than once, but getting both the beginning and the end... Anyway. Welcome back. I made some more modifications. It's called Never Content Ship Design for a reason. The modification's relatively minor. I actually removed one of my particle beam cannons. I don't remember which one. I have so many. But what I did was I added a couple of landing gear, which got rid of a window, but the rooms that have windows have them. More importantly, I fully changed the engines. One, I've always kind of liked these engines a little bit better. Two, they're actually easier to place, period. They don't have as many overlaps. They look good when you place multiples, etc. And three, they're more powerful. Now, that is on a per power setting. Because they only require 2 power, you can have more of them, which is the trade-off. You do have to have more of them, but you could double them up, as I have on the middle ones, as you can see. And when you double them up, they don't look bad, and overall, I actually think the engine profile looks better when it's in space. We'll see. I added cargo, so I have so much cargo space. I have more cargo space than I think I could take cargo missions. Oh, I forgot to start that. Let's go ahead and do that. That's interesting. Wonder why that doesn't go all the way up. Must be something to do with my level or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah. Oh, and I altered the crew deck. See, this is why I don't like. Anyway, I altered the crew quarters so that I basically got rid of the living quarters and traded them all for this all-in-one, because I like the kind of less optimal all-in-one look, the Hope Tech and Teo all-in-one look. I just think it looks better in how it looks worse Like, it's not comfortable looking, but it looks better than the living quarters. Mechanically, it doesn't change anything. I just have a bunch of these now instead of living quarters. Anyway, let's go to... and the extra landing gear just, I feel like, needed to be there, period. The landing gear, while it doesn't really matter, I think it looks better to be attempting to carry this giant beast of a ship if it has more landing gear. That I don't think takes away from the spider look at all. Oh yeah, I like the look of it so much better. It I don't know, it some people wouldn't see the difference as being that great, but I think it matters. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so I added a cargo there. I actually got rid of the rear windows on those living quarters and then put 2 cargo units that I almost never use, which are shielded. So I have nothing but shielded cargo on this thing. And it's truly ridiculous. Yeah, I have over 10,000 shielded capacity, which means that I can hold... I mean, I don't even know how much I can hold. I can hold so much. I can hold more... Like, the biggest cargo missions that I've ever seen are like 1,100 or maybe 1,500. So I could take multiple missions from multiple locations all at once and still have cargo capacity left over, which I would never do. And according to that, I can carry 20 crew. Now, without mods, you can only have 8 crew plus 1 or 2 if the crew has a modifier to your crew capacity. I believe Sarah Morgan actually can increase your crew capacity. And there's a couple that don't count as crew, sort of. Sam Coe's daughter, Koriko, does not count as crew because she kind of comes with Sam. Anyway. Alright. Let's do stuff. Okay, I think most of the things that I need to do are going back to New Atlantis. I think that's the only thing in Sidonia. Yeah. Then we have little things, like there's some missions in New Homestead, there's some missions in Hopetown, there's some missions in some other places. I think we'll just go back to Aquila, which is not the mission that I put on there, but that's okay. Interesting to note, and I don't know if it's because the mission was over and I don't need it anymore, or if it's because of the mod that I installed that makes points of interest no longer show up if they're supposed to be unique, or not no longer show up, but only show up in certain locations or whatever. But and for the record, I've never tried to visit again, but this industrial post is supposed to be the farm for one of the missions that I did. The one where the list settlers all gather together to band against the spacers. Yeah, it's no longer the farm. It's just a random industrial post, whatever that means. Interestingly, I went there once because it was grayed out. I had the landing area was still there. I went there and went over to where the farm was, and still there, but there was a different encounter there. Then I left, went back into space. I came back, and it was another encounter. Like it had grayed out again, as though I had never visited it. Now, currently, it says I've explored it 50%, but I don't know if that will stay. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it's a whole thing. Albin's Farm. That's it. Albin's Farm. I don't know. I do love this game, but sometimes it's a little odd. Yeah, okay. Let's go there. Just warp in. And then we'll see what.
You are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Well, what I'm actually going to do, and I know this is something I should have done before I started, and I forgot, but I don't care. I am going to quit to not the desktop, and I'm going to go into creations because I want to see if there is one that I'd really like to have. I don't know how to search. Left button. Land. Seriously? Are you going to crash as I go to search for, a thing? I'm, waiting for the program to respond. Come on, man. Why you gotta do this to me? Okay, I'm just gonna close the program because it's being a little twerp. And, we can't have that. Come on, ya jerk. Now it has to synchronize with the cloud. Why you got to be like this? Well, turns out I literally can't start the game until the cloud updates, because it won't start. I tried starting it before the cloud updated, and it just sat there and said, no. No. How about this time? Good grief. Okay. What do we got here? Okay. I don't know what that means. Well, it looks like this is the one I'm looking for. Okay, so it says it will disable fast travel to landing zones. That's fine. Right trigger. Oh. Okay. Load order. Left button. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be something that loads after that. Yeah. Done. Options. Update. Yes. Okay. We do not like exit saves. I apologize for today's annoyances. That was bad of me. But, you know. It's a weird way of saying you have mods that aren't in this save. I get it, but, you know. There's actually a couple locations in this game that don't give you a landing animation anyway, and I don't know if this means that those locations will still not give you a landing animation, or if...
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
This is not the Starship Frontier.
Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Jemison.
For a game that presumably wants you to have multiple ships. I say wants you to have multiple ships because the game actually gives you, throughout the course of just the baseline story, no extras, at least 2 or 3 other ships, I think. For a game that does that, it surprises me that they would even have that line about Starship Frontier. Because, in theory, you're not going to be using the Starship Frontier like, ever. And it also allows you to change the name of the frontier. Like, that's a, you know. Now the question is, since this mod does not, since what I saw from the mod is that oh yeah, I wanted to check that. Since it appears to have the way it appears to fool the game into thinking you've never been to a place is by making it so you apparently have never been to a place. I'm hoping that the fast travel options are not fully gone, because I've already been to New Atlantis, and it didn't indicate that I had been anywhere nearby. We'll find out now. Okay. I like that. Okay, so what it's doing is basically not giving you... I wonder... I wonder, because... That's a little bit annoying if it does that. I mean, for immersion's sake, I don't tend to use a lot of fast travel anyway, but, well, we'll see. We'll see. One nice thing about it, it places my ship in the proper location every time. Okay, so... Hey, Tommy, any news on your reporter job?
News never sleeps.
No, okay. That makes sense.
Cool spacesuit.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Thank you.
Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
I don't think there was anything to do down here. Let's head to the commercial district. Take care of Galbank.
Good luck out there. I mean it. My favorite credit analyst is back. You got Mr. Maliki to pay up, alive no less. Now this is what I was hoping for. My superiors are thrilled, ecstatic.
It wasn't easy to convince him.
I bet, you silver-tongued devil, you. Listen, I'm really feeling this working together, aren't you? So if you want another delinquent, let me know. We'll keep this going. But here is your well-deserved finder's fee. I threw in a little extra for handling it well.
Well,
I got a new job for you, if you're up for it.
I do.
So chalk this one up to a very fine but clearly overworked credit checker that accidentally approved a sizable loan, then turned out to be murdering space scum. A real black guy, I know. I'm thinking conversation is not really going to be an option on this one, friend.
How did this even happen?
It's all a matter of scale. Gal Bank processes umpteen loans a day. Inevitably, mistakes are made, and that's when I get the call. A sort of fiscal circle of life, if you will.
Umpteen, is that an actual number? Guess it's time to hunt down a spacer.
Oh, you are really something, you know. Here's all the details, and thanks.
Let's see. I guess we can just go to mast.
Are you working toward that next technological...
Working at the distribution center can be tiring, but it sure is rewarding.
Mr. Twala?
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I need your permission to deliver a tissue sample to Mars. It's a terramorph.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
The thing that ate the settlers and nearly ate me wasn't really interested in repairs.
It's... what? That's a hell of a probationary mission. Takes some serious grit to make it through an experience like that. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering the sample?
Researcher investigating the place said her name was Hadrian. Said I should show you this.
Hadrian. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
Xeno warfare doesn't sound good.
I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request is anything other than genuine. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
Something about more attacks that wiped out the people of Tau Ceti.
She thinks there could be more of these? This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, suggest you move out.
Well, actually, there was
I'll
something
handle
else.
things with the brass. You just make sure that sample gets to Mars.
Yeah, tell me more about United Colonies System Defense.
You can just call them SysDef. Everyone else does. They're the division responsible for combating the Crimson Fleet, fighting pirates. It's not a small job, keeping the galaxy's mercantile class safe from death and dismemberment, so they're constantly undermanned. They work out of the ship, the UC Vigilance, but the support request was a little vague on what your actual duties would be if you decided you want to lend a hand.
Okay. What about the person that gave me the sample to give to you?
Only what's in the database. She ran the UC Xeno Warfare Group until she was dismissed at the end of the Colony War, and they banned the practice. The type of person who, if they hand you a strange sample of alien tissue, you do exactly what they ask, preferably with gloves on. There was also a pretty infamous Admiral Sinan, known as Victus, that was executed after the Colony War. Not sure if there's any relation, though. That section of the database is above my pay grade.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a simple coincidence. And, Percival Walker?
It doesn't. But if that's who that sample is destined for, my bet he's former UC Xeno Warfare, just like Hadrian.
There was a guy at the den wanted me to talk to you.
Okay, didn't see that one coming. No need to say any more. I know what it's about. He's convinced he deserves a promotion, which to him means a transfer, a command post, maybe a new ship and a big office. Do you know him well? What do you think of him?
Oh, I can't stand him. I'm just in this for the credits.
That degree of honesty is always refreshing, if nothing else. Clearly patience isn't his strong suit. I thought the constant stream of messages was a bit much, but if he's gonna be sending people here... Alright, I received some good advice from someone in the Vanguard recently, and I'm gonna run with it. I'd like you to deliver this message to Bastion on my behalf, the full authority of Vanguard leadership. He's gonna be the first and only recipient of a new commendation. Quite an honor. I hope he appreciates it. Please, give him my regards.
Alrighty. I'll take that. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that goes back to the den. Probably never gonna do that one, but we'll see. That's down in the well, that's down in the well. Okay. Okay, so Terror Brew, and then to the well. I could probably get there that way, but we'll go ahead and take the gnat.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave. Oh,
telling them? I am a manager. I should be managing.
Well, manager, do you think you can manage to make a premium cappuccino, a double dairy, and no whip?
I don't appreciate your tone. And no, I will not make whatever
I
it
tend
is
to
you just
gravitate toward stories of
Because this place
sophistication
is a
and
disorganized
intrigue.
mess. What you asked
But a
me to
little
do is
action never hurt
literally
either.
impossible.
I found the thing.
And you made it back alive, which already puts you ahead of your predecessor. I trust you've brought my property with you.
Did you know the original guy was going to sell the beans to someone else?
I did not. But it seems to have all worked out in the end. When you're in my position, it often does.
Sure, here you go.
Excellent. And as promised, here is your reward. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to.
I'm sure you do. You look very busy.
Not now. Can't you see how busy I am?
No, I really actually can't. Knock, knock. Hey, you.
Do I have news?
Oh, your father has been as anxious as a kid on Christmas.
Anyway, so you know about my card game, right? Been playing for years.
I take it something happened at poker night.
You better believe it. Well, I was in the game of my life. Me and another lady, we went all in and then some. After I called, she had 4 of a kind, queens. But I had an honest-to-God straight flush.
Honey, they don't need to hear the play-by-play.
This is my moment. So finally, I won. I won big, the biggest pot of my life.
I can see you're excited.
You better believe it. But the big kicker is, I won myself a ship. A real starship.
It's real, sweetie. We went to the docks and looked at it and everything.
Well, there's no way I'll ever fly it. So we had no idea what to do with the damn thing. And then it came to me. You.
Sell it. You could use the credits.
No. You have done so much for us. This is yours. All the paperwork's already been taken care of. Keep it, sell it, I don't care what you do with it. I just hope it makes up for all the money you keep sending home.
You've been loafing around the house all day.
I've been reading. It's good stuff. It's about...
You should get some exercise.
I've spent my whole life in a book. I'm fine.
And how has that worked out?
Ouch. Touché.
We are going for a walk later. The house feels alive again now that you're here. Sweetie, I was just thinking of you. You never knew your gran-gran, but she's about the only one like you in my whole family tree. Left home at an early age. Well, ran away, really. Became a UC Marine, if you can believe it.
Don't think you ever talked about her.
Really? Well, I suppose it's ancient history. I only met Grandma a few times. Oh, she was fierce. I swear. Her eyes almost glowed. Every time I saw her, she'd drill me on math. If I got her questions correct, she'd give me a treat. Once, I got them all right and answered her bonus question, and she smiled. Only time I ever saw her do that. Most formidable woman I have ever met.
Sounds like she was tough on you.
She firmly believed in a solid education. Well, I was going through storage, and I found her old armor. I think she'd like you to have it. You have that same thing. You're forging your own path, not just letting life toss you this way and that.
I'll take good care of it.
See that you do. Oh, enough of this. I don't want to make a scene. You need anything, sweetie?
No.
You're welcome anytime. And I mean anytime. Flamenco.
What? Who?
Flamenco. Or we could do salsa.
They'll never know I'm gone.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
I suppose it would have been faster if I had taken the mast entrance, but faster isn't always better.
So behind on my work. All this stuff
Boots.
is legit. Promise. Hey, how you doing? You here to purchase, or you got a complaint?
I'm here about boots. I just wondered it.
You did? Just happened to stroll into the best establishment in the best part of New Atlantis. Well, how very fortunate of you. Let's hope your good fortune is mine as well. What can I do for you?
I'm here about the boots.
Yes, you did. You know how I know? The rain cloud over your head is all but gone. Here, for your hard work. With a lady luck back on my side, I expect the business to be less bust and more boom. And let us never speak of those accursed boots ever again.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I spend way too much time inside. I think I should pick up a hobby that's outdoors.
Nice hat.
Thanks. If you were being sarcastic, still thanks.
Don't mind me. Just a weary man, resting his feet. It's a quaint shop, isn't it? I like it here.
Let me guess. Good business? Here's a package.
Ah, excellent. I see you've held up your end of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Salina's Hardware is now open for business. I'll unlock the door for you. Feel free to come around and peruse my wares anytime. I help out Henrik from time to time. Not very often these days. But that's fine.
Well, you gonna show me what you got?
Okay, then. Come on back. Satisfaction is guaranteed. Thank you for retrieving that package for me.
Are we going to make a sale now?
I'm sure I have something you like.
I bet you don't.
I'm sure you will be pleased with my wares.
Pay no attention to me.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
It
Thing about the
sure
trade business?
is.
Who you know matters as much as anything else.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from the planet or what.
Well, okay, that's Mars. That's just out in space. That's back at the den. That's Ryujin. That's Aquila. Okay. Let's head out into space.
That doesn't sound good.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Man, this place is jammed.
There is a bit more in the back, if... you're not seeing something on display.
I legitimately
You're in the
love
Vanguard, right? Hey,
this mod. That's hilarious. Corporate policy dictates they must take your order at any time, no matter where they are. That's a great way to not have to worry about their dialogue options if you happen to encounter them randomly. Ah, I love it. I love it. Hello. If I'm coming behind the bar.
Hope life is true. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Can I buy a drink?
Well, that's what I'm here for. What'll it be?
How about the all-new Supernova? I mean, I'll take anything, but... well, I might as well take everything. Any rumors?
I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that went.
Yeah, I agree.
Catch you later.
Man, Wagoneer Farm. Traders to Gagarin. And workers to Gagarin. Easy enough.
Yes?
No. You know, I wonder if these boards are linked. Yep, they are. That makes sense. I love the spaceport.
Let me take a look at your file.
You won't find anything. And you might as well just not worry about it. Oh, they did say something about special parts down at the ship services.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Something tells me not really special.
Got
but
anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you. Sure, have at it.
Something tells me I won't even know what's been added just because I already have access to everything because of the mod. Really doesn't matter.
I'm sure you can find something.
Really no interest in fact, let's go in and alter that. Gameplay options. Yeah, I don't need to own 150 ships. But, you know, 50 ships, yeah. I doubt I'll ever get 50 ships, but who knows.
I hope that the rest of my family is okay. I wish I could send them a message.
Are you two brothers or something? Jeebus.
Thanks for having me on board. Let me know if I'm in your way.
No, but you people are talking all over yourselves, aren't you? Alright. Why is that lit up? Taking off. Prepare yourselves. See something here. Yeah, okay, so it's still grayed out, which tells me a few things about that. Okay. I mean, Gagarin's right here, so.
Advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Enjoy Gagarin.
I won't be here long. Okay. Everybody that's getting off, get off. That means you. Yep.
We're here. Thanks.
Yep, we're here. So, out you go. Right through the front door. The literal belly of the beast. Hello? Okay, so this is a thing that sometimes happens. And I think it's specifically here. If not... Is it here or is it... No, it happens at Hope Tech quite frequently. We'll see if it's the same bug or a different one. But sometimes your ship will not let you in because your ship is overlapped with your ship. You can see during takeoff if that's what's actually happened. Okay, no. So the other glitch is that just sometimes it puts a barrier in front of parts of your ship. The landing bay has like invisible barriers in it that won't let you get in. Sometimes won't let you get out. So you have to use the option to like exit the ship directly. It's weird. Okay. Off to Cheyenne. Oh, the spacer's out here too. Well, we'll take care of Montera Luna first. Boy, can I even... I believe it's right here. Yep. Actually, we won't take care of Montera Luna first. We'll take care of Wellish first. Because why not? Time to whip you up in EM. that's right. We've got a couple new guns to put in here too. Alright, let's just keep it simple. Knock, knock.
I never liked them any.
Well, that's okay. I can put it in my cargo bay. You know, I should put that in the hold now so that I don't forget. I think that was it. Yeah. .7 and 3 kV. No, not all. Good grief. Ah, okay. That makes sense. We want to store it in the proper order, too. Yeah, there we go. Let's make sure these are in the proper order. Okay, they are. Like to store the appropriate ammo with each of the guns. This actually has something in it, but because the lid clips, we just keep that closed. Shh. Shh. Not gonna go report back to Landry. Good grief.
Collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. All right, that's it. You're clear to land.
Probably won't get there in time to see the, Nope. Cargo's unloaded. Alright. The Olympus system. I knew I recognized it. that's not gonna work out for you. Good luck, though. Come to me, little fly.
Throw everything you got at him. Atlantis is going down.
No, no. No, no, no. I'm not even gonna hit you with anything else. Just EM weapons.
Grav drives out. Getting torn up out here. They got the grav drive.
And right when you're on your last legs, to add insult to injury, I'm gonna board you. Because I like the up-close feeling. Speaking of, I don't often use all of my tools.
Did you need my help with something?
If anybody comes on board, blast them. I mean, unless it's me. You know what I mean. Here, let me fix you. I'm fixing you. Let me fix you.
You're going to pay for that.
I'm fixing you. This is a tool. It repairs things. I have another kind of tool. In fact.
Here, over
Grenade!
here. Had enough?
No, no, come back. I'm fixing you. You can't work right if you're not well maintained. Probably not a good idea to stare straight at a grenade as it's going off. You're all fixed now. Don't you feel better? Oh yeah, there was another one. I almost forgot about that.
Thanks for stopping to chat.
You know me, Marika. I'm a chatterbox. Sounds like somebody dropped too far.
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Hopefully they stay off my ship. Yo.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Anything I should know?
Yeah. Listen to him. Carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail.
Yeah, I'm not a part of your crew, so that would never happen. Alright. Let's go.
Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Trust me when I say you would die in 3 seconds if you actually encountered one of those things. And for the record, I didn't fight it at all. I let sentry guns kill it. Fight smarter, not harder. Okay, that's not entirely true. I shot it a little bit, but the sentry guns mostly polished it off.
Howdy.
I'm gonna guess the overly important one standing in the middle of all the consoles is Commander
Can we
what's his
try
face?
and focus on the matter at hand, please?
Wow. Not even a hey, how are you? Pleased to meet you. Nice ship you got there. Alright, let's get to it.
There you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC System. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
So you're another division of UC military.
UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle big picture stuff, we deal specifically with pirates. Since you're already involved with the Vanguard, I don't have to underline how important your contribution will be to the security of our spaceways.
Sure, but why exactly am I here?
Yes, I know. I was intentionally vague when I advised Mast of my needs. but rest assured, I'll answer all your questions in due time. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home.
Let's not.
This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
You're gonna need more than one ship to eliminate the Crimson Fleet. They're like ants. It's not even one hive. There's millions of hives with millions of ants.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Ooh. Wrong person. I mean, get me in a room with them and I'll talk them into anything, but...
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
That sounds like a terrible plan.
Well, it's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Oh, okay. If this is the best plan you've got, I think we're both in trouble.
Well then, I suppose you'll just have to take your chances. In the meantime, I expect you to follow my orders, to the letter. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
I'm just doing this for the money.
Fine. Whatever gets the job done. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Why don't you tell me what you mean by stray too far off the path?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
I don't exactly do well following rules and regulations.
Well, you better learn quick. Otherwise, I'll start looking for someone to take your place. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Any other information about your contact?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
And, what happens if I get arrested while I'm undercover?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
The whole crew? That's not exactly an airtight... whatever. How do I maintain contact with you?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Okay, then.
Good luck.
And you're Lieutenant Tuft.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
So, basically, you want me to steal from thieves. What if I can't find anything?
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
Well, that's if I'm accepted.
You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Sounds like you, have a personal vendetta.
You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Feel like talking about it?
What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
Well, I've seen my fair share of violence.
Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Now you're speaking my language.
Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
And, what if I get caught with the container of Aurora in my cargo hold? It's shielded, but, you know...
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
All right.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I doubt it.
Okay, hello. Excuse me.
Yep.
Yes?
No.
Pardon.
Yeah. Go. Dear Lord, people.
Vanguard.
Pilot?
I don't know about you.
You don't know me.
No, I don't. But you're Vanguard, right? Not exactly one of us.
Volunteer forces don't get the strictest background check. Who knows what kind of mischief you get up to in your spare time. But if Commander Ikande says you're Sistef, then you are one of us. For now.
And how did you get involved with Sistef?
Long story. I got my start in the Academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with Sistef. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is.
So you're a pilot?
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it.
I don't just grasp the obvious. I have a chokehold.
Don't squeeze too hard, newbie. Someone might mistake it for sarcasm.
Where'd you learn to fly?
I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the Academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake.
Yeah, I prefer bigger is better. You have a nice day.
So long.
Well, looks like we're headed to Sidonia for a bunch of this stuff. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Huh.
Marquez is all right, I guess. She's gonna be lucky to have me as a boss. You look like you've got news. It better be good news. Okay, come on. Don't keep me in suspense. When do I ship out?
Did you get your head stuck in the bars? You might want to sit down first.
It's that good? Or wait. Is it bad? Oh, don't tell me they blew me off.
You're getting a special commendation. Read it yourself. I don't want to spoil it.
Huh. Okay. Commendation, huh? That's not so bad. Bet Reyna doesn't have one. Thanks for doing the legwork here. I'm not gonna forget that you helped me out. And someday, when I'm running the Vanguard, I'm gonna make sure you get paid big time. For now, though, my account's a little light, so this is the best I can do. But really, I mean it. I'm gonna remember this.
I mean, I didn't ask for the credits. Well, okay, I did, but, you know. Trade Authority, always available. The Sidonia is collecting. You know, I know it's a short day today, but I think that's going to be it for now. Unfortunately, just not feeling it, but next time, hopefully a bit longer. Well, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the stars.